Hello, I'm Dr. Gregory Delamo, president of Rider University. For more than 150 years, Rider has grown and evolved into a premier institution of higher education, starting with its roots as a business school that began in Trenton to become a leading comprehensive university spanning two campuses in Lawrenceville and Princeton. Today, the university faces many challenges, not unlike similar challenges facing colleges and universities across the country. To ensure a successful future for the university as a whole, Rider is taking immediate proactive steps to address its short-term challenges so it can begin to invest in its long-term growth and success. I would now like to take this opportunity to tell you about the path forward. Last fall, as we began our strategic planning process for the university, I decided to approach the Board of Trustees to help us examine some of the key issues we're facing going forward. And one of those issues, which has become a key part of the strategic plan, is to look at where the Westminster Choir College falls within the university structure. At that time, the board approved that process, and we put together a special committee to look at that, which consisted of 11 board members, senior management, and some of the other key staff, particularly tied to the Westminster Choir College. In that, though, we also requested and called for anyone who wanted to provide information to us, both internally or externally to the university, to send us information via email, letters, and other methods. The feedback we received from all of our stakeholders was very, very important, and it was feedback that we took a great deal of time to review and try to understand. In the course of this work with the special committee, one of the things we began to realize, and the committee became very, very concerned about, was this was not going to be just a study of looking at Westminster and how it fit into the overall Rider University structure. It was part of a larger strategic plan that we're working on in the university. And that lent itself to, let's broaden the study, particularly in the area of deficit reduction, but also then being able to pivot quickly to looking at how do we invest in the growth of Rider University as a whole. And one of the challenges we had as a task force, and it was a very diverse membership on the task force by design, because you wanted people to bring different views to the process. But we had to really come to a decision early on, what would be the criteria upon which we would make a decision. And we eventually came to a two-prong approach to the decision-making we would use. One is whatever decision we made regarding Westminster, but also the overall strategic plan for the university, it had to first help us relieve some of the deficit issues we had. So short-term deficit reduction had to be part of the equation. But secondly, it had to be able to generate opportunities for us to invest in the growth of Rider University as a whole. Growth in things like facilities, new academic programs, additional scholarship funding for students to address the affordability issue. So that's when it became more of a larger strategic issue, and it really did tie very nicely into the overall strategic planning process. A key part of the plan that's been adopted by the Board of Trustees incorporates the idea of finding a partner for Westminster Choir College. And ideally, we would like to find a partner who's willing to continue the programs in Princeton, or having an institution willing to continue the programs and operating them at another location. This is a very emotional, a very challenging issue, because clearly Westminster Choir College has been a centerpiece of Rider University for a number of years. We recognize that the quality of the Westminster Choir College and the history and the tradition attached to it, and the alumni and the professors, both current and past, it has a reputation that really goes well beyond Princeton or New Jersey. This is a national, if not international, reputation. And with that in mind, we know that there's going to be a fair amount of interest in other institutions who might be better suited for this endeavor to be able to really jump in and be willing to be the institution that allows Westminster Choir College to continue to grow, prosper, and excel over another 95 years of existence. I want to take this opportunity to really thank the entire university community, because this has been a difficult, challenging, but very rewarding process we've gone through. The Board of Trustees is very confident in this plan, as I and my senior team are as well. And with that, we are very excited that it's going to allow us over time to really, again, position the university in a much stronger light going forward. And I know our entire university community will be very excited about that prospect. And while we have still a lot to accomplish, it is really a time for Rider University to take its next level of excellence, and this is going to give us an opportunity to do that. This is an exciting time at Rider University. It's an exciting time not only for our current students and faculty and staff, but for prospective students. And I'm very, very encouraged by the direction we're going in.